With the rapid adoption of AI agents in almost every area of technology, one of the most important missions a founder can have is to secure the agents themselves. I was joined on Cyberbytes at Black Hat with Ankur Shah, CEO and co-founder of Straker, and they're doing exactly that. I'm Oliver Legg, co-founder of Aspiron Search. Enjoy the show.
Well, it's an absolute pleasure to welcome Ankur, the CEO and co-founder of Straker AI. How's it going, Ankur?
Really good. Thanks for having me.
And you have, first Black Hat out of stealth following a incredible seed raise. It was 21 million.
That's right.
What kind of connotations come with that level of seed raise? Because it's a big round.
Yeah. Look, every big technology shift, market shift, requires builders like myself to make a bigger bet. Last one was cloud. So cloud is the one where seed of 3 million was not enough, and it kept on raising. With AI, I think both the venture community, customers, and the market realizes that this is one of the biggest opportunity ever created in the history, and that's why you need capital. You need capital to build out your AI engines because they are not cheap. And now, the prices are dropping. You need to have the go-to-market muscle. Those are the conversations. I think we're super fortunate to have both Lightspeed and Bain Capital by our side. Bulk of the focus now that it's out of the way, is building great product and helping customers AI with confidence.
Yeah, awesome. And so you, literally released your new product. It was yesterday, wasn't it? The release.
It was.
Tell us about Straker and talk us through the actual T-shirt and the branding as well, because it's cool.
The T-shirt is the product, my friend. Just to kind of take a step back. Last year, post our company founding, a lot of the conversation with customer was around securing simple chatbots, basically simple RAG applications, input-output type, conversational chatbots, and that was great. But starting early this year, the conversation shifted from simple conversational chatbots to agentic applications, and specifically agents that can autonomously take actions. Agents that require very little coding. Developers can literally speak applications into existence, and people can consume that app by just giving it orders and commands. And so that required completely different security tooling, just like every shift does require. So we had to sort of start from the scratch. We had to figure out how these agents work, what are the different orchestration tools that customers use, how do we collect the data, and how do we then feed all of that stuff into our AI engine to give customer low latency and high accuracy signals on if something went down, where agents gone rogue and created what we call the autonomous chaos. Mm-hmm. So that was a big part of the launch, supporting agentic AI applications, where we built our own agents, Ascend agent and Defend agent, and we can talk a little bit more about that. But that was in a nutshell the launch.
Yeah. And so, again, referring to the T-shirt, what does each one actually do?
So if you think about an agentic application, it's based on any reasoning models. An application has just basically a model layer, tool calling, and the data layer. And the data layer just means, these agents have access to your, Google Docs, your wiki pages, it has web search, et cetera, et cetera. So our first product, which is what you see on your left, it's called the Ascend agent. The Ascend agents effectively does what's called continuous pen testing or red teaming of your agentic AI, with an explicit intent to break the agentic application. And the idea here is that we want to tell the customers if your agents is prone to different vulnerabilities, like direct and indirect injection attacks and toxicity, data exfiltration, because these agents have access to those systems. So that's what the first product does. And you can only secure agents with agents. So this is a completely agentic technology where it'll do a multi-turn dance with customer's agent until we're able to break it. The second product we launched was the Defend agent, where it provides the guardrails. And so if something were to go wrong as these agents are executing, we will detect that there's a problem, there's an evasion, there's a data exfiltration, and we'll block it. So customers can again sleep at night and launch agents with confidence.
Yeah. And the agentic AI chaos that you talked about, like,
Yeah.
can you just shed some more light on what that
Yeah.
actually means in the security perspective?
Yeah. So look, I mean, unfortunately, like cybersecurity, cyber industry, like every year we see mass data breaches, we see supply chain attacks. Our prediction is that with the agentic AI, while it'll unleash productivity gains unlike anything we have seen in the history of technology, it has also the potential to create unfettered chaos, because the only way to make agents productive is to give it a lot of control. You give it access to your systems of record, let them reason through what the user's asking to get the stuff done. So it's the idea that we used to see data leaks and data breaches. It's going to happen at scale with agents. When agents go in the wrong hands, because they are autonomous, every employee will have one, every customer will have one, and if something goes wrong, some bad actors can carry out these attacks at scale, unlike anything we have seen before. So that's what we sort of generally term as autonomous chaos, where it can plant malware, exfiltrate the data, carry out supply chain attacks, unlike anything we have seen before.
And where's the competitive landscape in this at the moment? Because there's plenty of AI security companies. There's a reasonable number of offensive AI companies that are actually testing and breaking the LLMs and the AI itself. But where does it stand in terms of companies and competitors that are actually testing, breaking, and securing the agentic AI?
Yeah. So first of all, it is indeed, there are a lot of players in the market, which is a big validation of the market opportunity, where the world is headed. And this happens every time there is a big technology shift. You're going to see a whole bunch of players enter the game, and then ultimately a handful of them will prevail. And Straker is going to be certainly one of them. From specific areas that we focus on, which is like you said, offensive security and then defensive, there aren't that many who do both really well. So there are companies who do it, but where we have always stayed focused on was to differentiate in three big areas. One is that we're the only one who have an agentic or AI native stack. So we don't just check the prompt input output, we check all agentic traces. So that's like very, very important to have the architecture right. If you don't have the right engine, it doesn't matter what you put on top of the car. Like you got to have the right engine. Second thing is that speaking of engines, the AI engine itself, we currently have the highest accuracy, bar none. We've tested it against frontier models and we beat them on accuracy. And the last thing is low latency. So our customers, when something goes wrong with agents, want to detect and block these issues in milliseconds, and we can do it. So agentic native architectures, high accuracy, low latency or speed. That's how we, plan to differentiate. Again, it's early days right now. We have to prove it with more and more deployment. And, we're super fortunate to have, just 4 months of coming out of stealth. We have a lot of customers already and so many in the pipeline. So we'll know a lot more.
So when I first met Amy, your marketing leader, it was literally off the back of you getting a major customer signature.
Yeah.
So it was there was clearly a buzz in the office, which was cool.
Look, I mean, I've done 5 startups, 5 big companies. I've enjoyed everything ever. But I think what happens is when you're in a big company, your customer ends up becoming a number. The joy of startup and company building is that every customer by the name, you understand their problem, you understand how you're helping solve them problems. So I think that's the exciting part of the early journey. Like we'll remember our first, hundreds of customers until one day, unfortunately, they'll become a number. But
and beyond that personal approach, what is going to stop you as a small, very early stage company? What's going to stop you just getting crushed by one of the bigger players?
Yeah, it's a good question. One of the greatest thing generally in the technology industry is that startups always have a shot at competing and beating the big vendors because of classical innovator's dilemma. Startups tend to focus on few things. They do it really well. And that's one of the reasons why, ChatGPT is, ready to take on and is taking on multi-trillion-dollar Google search engine that for last 2 decades, nobody could do anything about it. We're seeing new application layers and AI apps that are taking on incumbents in CRM and employee productivity, et cetera, et cetera. So it's starting to happen already, right? Because it's nimble, it's faster, it's highly focused. Now, security is a very special case. There are over 4,000 vendors and startups and big companies. And that gives, because it's one of the most innovative industries on the planet, you got to be staying ahead of the bad actors. So we always feel like we have a shot. None of that is given. We have to always compete, fight hard, build better technology, serve our customers better. These things tend to work. I've been on both sides, so I have the perspective. So we'll see how that goes. But, we remain pretty confident. The early market signals have been phenomenal. As a matter of fact, we don't even see a lot of big companies in deals that we are in because, we're not interested in selling 7-figure deals. We're interested in solving few problems and solving them really well.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. And I mean, we are sat here, Black Hat 2025.
Yeah.
You've just released the new product. What else can we expect to see come from you guys this year and into the future?
Yeah, so look, we have an ambitious roadmap. Certainly, we're going to keep on pushing the boundaries in this agentic era. We're still in the early days. If you're a cricket fan, we're in the first out of the first day of a test match. That's going to last for a very long time. So in a world that's changing so quickly and it's so early, you tend not to be dogmatic and make too many predictions about what's going to happen in future. You go where the customers take you. Don't be dogmatic about it. So while we have a vision for the future, it's one foot before the other. Make customers successful, build next product around their needs, and things will work itself out.
Yeah, but run fast at the same time.
100%. There's no other way to do it. That's the only way to compete and win in startups, out-execute everybody else.
Yeah, well, look, stoked to see what comes next, and I hope the product launch is a success. And you survived the last 2 days you've got left of Vegas.
Yeah, for sure. It's after doing a lot of Zoom calls, it's it's a lot of fun hanging out with old friends. If you've been in security for as long as I have, I mean, you can't walk 10 feet without meeting somebody you know.
Yeah.
So that's the exciting part, but you can't handle Vegas for more than 4 or 5 days. So I am looking forward to wrapping up in a couple of days and going back to building.
For sure. Well, Ankur, thank you so much.
All right.
It's been a pleasure.
I appreciate the time.
Thanks,
Thank
man.
you. Yeah.